So you might see something on your screen saying you're live. Don't worry about that. Anyone who is not available to speak today, please let me know in the chat. So thank you, Rosa. I appreciate that, and Tayaba. That makes me very sad because both of you are so strong with your English. So, okay, anyone else unavailable to speak? Just type in the chat box. Let me know. So that means we are not sort of wasting time waiting for you if we talk to you. Okay. The rest of you guys, I presume you guys are all ready. I'm going to start the recording to the SET website, and I'll explain more about what's happening today. Okay, so this is OET Reading. It's the first class of 4 days on OET Reading Part C. We're going to do some format of the test. We're going to look at techniques and practice, but we will start actually with vocabulary. Who studied this vocabulary from yesterday?
All of us.
Ah, fantastic. And Hussein, I'm always very impressed by your vocab, Hussein. So could you tell me if you remember the first one? Healthcare arising.
Inexorably.
Yeah, pronunciation's really hard.
Inexorably.
That's correct. That's correct. So inexorably.
Inexorably,
yeah. So guys, what does it mean inexorably? You can see it here. It means
not able to stop.
Yeah, or in this case, it means the feeling of not able to stop, right? So it's like the feeling of. Yes, question. Someone wants to come in? Yeah.
Yeah, I can say out of control.
A little bit, not quite, but almost. Almost. It's not very far away. Better is not able to stop. Okay, so you feel that this thing is. Does anyone know this word? Inevitable.
Inevitable.
It's like you cannot stop it, right?
Yeah.
Same. It's the same kind of meaning. Okay. So Fatima, the hospital does not have the blank to perform it. Do you remember the word? Just Fatima, no one else. Ooh, I'll give you a clue. Everyone now?
Yes, capacity.
Capacity.
Sorry, I think we have a slight connection thing there. So thank you, Fatima. Guys, I'm going to pick specific people, and I want to see if you guys can do this. All right. So Layla, you weren't here, Layla, because I spoke to you on the phone the other day. So welcome to the class. Nice to have you here. Let's try Simona. Simona, please, or Stephen. Or,
yes.
Simona. So we need, sorry, blank of patients can cause a big problem.
An influx.
Influx, very, very nice. So this means a lot of things or people entering or coming to a place. Thank you. Let's try Wise. Nice to see you, sir. Or Rita, I think you're new.
Hello. Yes.
There is an anticipated blank.
Anticipated?
Sorry, I've done the wrong one here. Let's do this one. We need a radical blank.
Yeah. Overall, we have also here.
Overhaul. Yeah.
Overhaul.
What does overhaul mean? Yeah, I'll give it. It's too easy, right? Yeah. Okay. So it means complete change. Give me this one as well. There's an anticipated. Wise? Same.
Anticipated.
Can anyone help him?
Oversupply.
Maybe Wise, you were thinking of influx, right? Because they're kind of the same, similar idea. Yeah. Okay, but it's oversupply. All right. What about this, Virginia? I know that you weren't here yesterday, but maybe you watched the video. Or Sajid. The proposed blank of nurses is a new idea. Means training. You guys, Safi, do you want to help? Hussein.
Upskilling.
Upskilling.
Thank you. Upskilling. Okay, so Vandana, just Vandana. We need to blank. Challenge blank, sorry. An idea of a person that is too general. Need to challenge, doubt or question. Vandana? Just Vandana, please just say 1 second. Vandana, no?
No.
Stereotypes.
Yeah,
stereotypes. So guys, we're on Zoom, so just remember, if I say someone's name, it's less messy and cleaner if only that person talks. Okay, so let's try Zaylin. She's new today. Zaylin, can you say hello? Or Fatima and Zaylin. So just try and guess. The hospital has changed their blank on this issue. It's like this, but slightly different. No, sadly, just wait, guys. It is stance.
Stance.
So guys, what I'll do is I'll say one person. If they can't get it, then I'll give everyone a chance, but just wait until we give enough thinking time to that person. What about Sapna? Could you say hello, Sapna? Or Bani as well? Bani?
Yes.
So this provides us with blank of benefits.
Handy measure of the benefits.
Yeah, so this is an unusual combination of words. It just means a handy measure is an easy to use estimation or evaluation. Okay, and guys, remember, all of these words are from real OET exams. You're going to see some of these words very soon when we start to practice. Okay, traditionally practice has been blank. Simona, Stephen, Safi, just those three. Again, Safi?
Compartmentalize.
Is he right, guys? Did you hear him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Compartmentalize.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Okay, so Hussein, you can give me the next one. By the way, compartmentalized, guys, it means divided or kept separate. Hussein, we need to create...
As you mentioned, innovative. You mentioned before.
Yeah, did I mention
The idea.
innovative? So pronunciation, innovative. Can you say it, Hussein?
Yes, innovative.
Okay. Now, let me just explain something about the way we do pronunciation, guys. Do we always pronounce all of the vowels in a word? Everyone, do we always say every vowel?
No.
Yes or
No.
no?
No.
Right. Usually, there's only one or two that you can hear them, and the rest become this. Does anyone know what this is called?
Schwa.
Yeah, Andrea, nice. So, what is the schwa sound?
It's a sound that you don't pronounce it.
It's like the sound of a monkey or something, like
Yeah.
sound, right? So this one here, guys, this is schwa sound, in v, and this is also schwa sound, right? Innovative, innovative. Everyone try this. 1, 2, 3. Innovative.
Innovative.
See? So we use the schwa. Often with the vowels, we use the schwa sound instead. The same is true for this one, Hussein.
Inexorably.
Yeah. Let me just ask Andrea. She obviously understands this. So, Andrea, where is the schwa sound here? Inexorably.
At all.
Yeah. Right. So it's like we're removing the O. We're just making the sound. Okay. So inexorably. Also.
Rubly.
Rubly. It's not rably. It's not rably. Rubly. Everyone try this. Inexorably. 1, 2, 3.
Inexorably.
Perfect. Okay. So, very nice. Innovative. What about this one here? Tayaba, if you want to say hello, or Stephen. I think she's not able to talk.
Yes, please.
Oh, fantastic, Tayaba. So we need to take more blank approach to the problem.
More strategic.
Yeah, is she right?
No. Yes.
Yes.
The adjective form of strategy, right? Adjective form, strategic, which means planning, technique. Okay, now everyone, resources can only be blank so far.
Stretched.
We're going to see this word very soon today. Okay, so this is meaning extended, right? And I'm sure many of you know what stretched means, but it can be used when you're talking about being busy, right? Okay, so what is the main blank in the second paragraph, meaning emphasis?
Highlighted.
Right?
Oh.
I think it's highlighted. Let's see.
Yeah.
What about the second one? What's the second one?
Outline.
Okay. So, Vandana, can you say hello?
Yes, Lawrence.
What's the difference between highlighting and outlining? Because people often confuse them.
Outline, we can say main idea, or summarize. Highlighted, pay attention or emphasizing.
Yeah, I was going to ask for synonyms, but you already did it. Exactly. Paying attention. What is the synonym for highlight? Emphasize, pay attention.
Point out.
Point out. Right?
Express.
Whereas
Like
an
that.
outline, if I just say, for example, Hussein, can you outline your work experience, for example? That means to give me the main ideas of your work experience. It doesn't
Yes.
mean highlight things, okay?
Thank
So
you.
very often those, I don't know why, but they're often confused by students. Okay, look, this one, we need to blank the rise of patient numbers. Everyone.
Accommodation.
Accommodation.
Accommodation or
Accommodate.
yeah.
And in this case, it means something like accept, right? Accept that. Okay, well, let's try Andrea, please. A blank review suggests that. Or Stephen.
Comprehensive.
Is she right, guys? Comprehensive adjective?
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Yes.
Comprehensive.
Right. Okay, Stephen, could you say hello? Or Jaspreet, Ebrar as well? Could you guys say hello?
Hi.
So, Ebrar, one problem blank by recent data was that.
Flagged up. Flagged up.
Yeah, very nice. So this just means to, again, to highlight or to emphasize. Okay. Everyone now, it doesn't adequately blank.
Reflect.
the data.
Reflect.
Reflect.
And there's the idea of to show or to indicate the same thing, right? Or it can mean to be caused by that thing.
To react, we can say to react.
In, I guess we're, yeah, not really react. It's more like caused in the usual way by that thing. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Affected.
Oh, let me give you an example. Okay, so let me give you another example. So his criminality reflected, I don't know, his brutal experience growing up. Right? So does everyone understand? Why is he a criminal? Why is he a criminal? Because
He experienced some bad
growing up means like education when you're a child.
childhood. No, from
So
childhood.
this is causing in the usual way criminality, right? So we don't need to worry too much about this one today because we're just going to look at this meaning in the texts. And remember, guys, you don't need to know every single meaning of a word. It's not possible. Okay. All right. So I told you yesterday to review these. The reason is because you're going to see this vocabulary in the class today. You're going to see it. All right. Now, the main sort of structure of today's class is going to be format very quickly, then technique very quickly, and then I want to get some practice in today. Hopefully 4 questions, if we can move fast. You're going to go into groups, you're going to discuss things, and I think that's one of the best ways to learn, okay? But let's quickly do the format of this test. Format. Bani, can you say hello?
Hello.
So by format, I mean things like how many questions are there, how much time, okay? So Bani, how
I'm
many?
so sorry. I don't know. I'm just new, so
You're new, right? No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
very helpful for me, Bani, right? So can anyone tell Bani how many questions are in reading part C?
16.
Is it 16? I think
Yes.
it's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Andrew, you're saying 16 questions. How many texts are there?
2.
2.
Next.
So Bani, can you come back, please?
yes.
How many questions do you think are in each text?
16 divided in each text.
Yeah.
So
Hussein, come on, give us a chance. It would be, Bani, obviously 16 divided by 2, you're right.
four
Ah,
questions.
it would be 8.
8
Okay,
questions.
so 8 per text.
per text.
So this is a multiple
Oh,
choice.
2 texts. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. So Bani, this is an MCQ test. So this means multiple choice. Hussein, how many choices do we have?
4.
4.
Fourth.
A, B, C, D.
A, B, C, and D. So Bani, let me just show you what this looks like here. And also I think Adnan as well. This is a bit new. So look, this is what it looks like. Okay. What A, B, C, multiple choice. You've seen this in many times. All of you, I'm sure, have seen this many times. This is the text. Is this a long text or a short text?
Long.
Long.
A long text. Does anyone know approximately how many words?
800.
Yeah, maybe approx 800, something like that. Yeah. Okay, so 16 questions, 2 long texts, 8 questions per text. All questions are multiple choice. Okay, let's talk about time.
Sorry.
Silent, yeah.
Sorry. How many minutes we have for this part?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So time, how much time do we have for these 16?
45.
Everyone,
45 minutes.
45 minutes for
ENC.
together. All right, that works out as approximately 2 mins per question. Silent. Okay.
Thank you.
That's one of the biggest problems in this exam. This is right here is one of the biggest problems, because is that enough time, really, guys?
No.
No.
It feels very much like not enough time. So you have to practice a lot, you have to improve your vocab, and you have to get very quick at your techniques. Okay, but that's okay. You can do it. You can just work hard, practice. You can pass this. We've had students getting A's in the reading. So I know reading's tough, but if people can get A's, you guys can get B's. You just need to work extremely hard. Okay. 16 questions, 2 long texts, 8 questions per text, multiple choice questions, 45 minutes in total for B and C, 2 minutes per question. What type of text is it? Anupama, can you say hello? Am I going to read, for example, a magazine? Anupama? Yes or no?
No.
Yeah. No, not really.
No.
Although it has a bit of a flavor of that sometimes, but no, really, officially it'll be, guys, a kind of an article
Research.
on.
Research.
Well, it's not exactly like research, is it, in reality? There's no numbers, for example, right? But it's like article on research or article on what?
New technology.
Technology. Or new, it can be new ways of organizing a hospital, new ways of thinking about a disease. It's usually something new, okay? But it's a long, kind of academic article. Okay, what does that mean, academic? Norzad, could you help us out with this? Or Bani? Stephen, why?
Yeah, some research is done by the some professor or some students. They that
Professors, university level, this is the
University.
kind of thing. Yeah, it's not like an article, like a newspaper article, right? It's more academic style. But it's not, you guys know, if you read real medical research, it's not like that. Because I know, because I try to make materials and it's not like real ones, is it? Real research papers, they're very long and very boring, but the language is more simple, I think. Okay. All right, so that's the type of the text. I think that's everything more or less. What are they testing us on? What are they testing us on?
Understand.
French language.
I would say different
Main
things. Main ideas. Yeah.
Inference.
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 Sometimes people want to say things like fact and opinion, that kind of thing. But opinion, yes. But opinion is usually what I mean by inference. Okay, someone's opinion. Usually it's not clear, is it? What someone's opinion is all the time. Does that make sense? So when we say inference, we usually mean, although not always, something like opinion. Okay. When we say main idea, it's more like fact. We're just trying to find, what does it say here? Or what do they mean? Okay. What is the meaning of inference? Layla, could you say hello? Or Adnan? This concept, do you know what this means? Inference.
Probably opinion from the text, what they wanted to send us, like message from the text.
A message, is it a direct message or an indirect message?
I think indirect.
Yeah, right. So for example, Layla, if I say, I watched Oppenheimer the other day, it was very long. What's my opinion of the movie?
Boring.
Yeah, but did I say that?
No, but from the context, you can get that information.
It's an indirect. So That's what you will get in reading part C sometimes, although sometimes you're just going to get main ideas as well and other kind of things, all right? This is what they're testing us on, and this is why it's so difficult as well, right? 2 minutes, it's a big problem, but also inference is a big problem because it's indirect. It's hidden sometimes. It's a hidden meaning. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes.
Like if you are walking down the street, Sapna, you're walking down the street and you see a woman and she smiles at you. What does it mean? She smiles at you. You're walking down the street. You don't know her.
She wants to talk to me, or
Friendly.
That's one inference. It could be
yeah.
she's happy.
She's being nice to me, maybe.
Could be that she just won the lottery.
Yeah, positive.
It could be many things, right? This is inference. We have to, in a way, we have to make a conclusion. So this is why it's so difficult. All right, so that's the format of the test. Does anyone have any basic questions for me before I move on? Anyone got any questions? Okay, it's multiple choice. You've seen this stuff before, but it's very hard. I have to warn you, it is very, very hard. Now, one way to get good at this part of the test is to have very good vocabulary. Another way is to have good technique. So let's just quickly review techniques, all right? We're going to look at, in fact, I won't do it like this. I'll do it like this. Very quickly, very, very simple. What do we do first, guys, for techniques?
Read question.
Read the question.
Read the question.
And simplify if needed.
Well, STEM. What do we mean by STEM, guys?
Root.
The root, yeah, like brain stem, right? I've started comparing that. So we read just this bit. Does this make sense, guys? We just read this first. Don't try and read the multiple choice options at the start. Why not? Andrea, Adnan, why is it a bad idea to try and read multiple choice? Jelena, at the start.
You lose time and
It will confuse us.
Yeah, why is it confusing? Look at all of this. Why is that confusing?
Too much information.
Too much information, Ambreen, right? Even for a native speaker, it's too much to remember. Okay, so what this is the official OET technique. Okay, you read the stem. Okay, this is now this is more like SET now. So SET, we say you're going to try to simplify a little bit. Why do we simplify it?
To remember it easily.
Easy understandable.
So we can understand it, right? And by simplify, we just mean remove words not needed. Okay, that's it. Just do what you can. It doesn't have to be perfect, but take away things that are just irrelevant. Okay, focus on the heart of the question. Next step.
read text.
And
Think at the question at the same time.
think about the question, guys. Okay, so we're reading and thinking about the question at the same time. Is that clear, guys? I know it's very difficult, but it's really, really good technique. So I'm reading this. Maybe I read a little bit of this. Then I read this again. Then I read a little bit here. Read this again. Read a bit more. Read this again. Does this make sense, guys?
Yes.
Why is that useful technique? It's a simple technique, but sometimes people don't do it. Why is that? What's that making me do? If I'm
Maybe we'll focus.
you focus, gives you focus. You know what you're looking for. You have a reason to read. Okay, so try. You guys can practice this today. Try and think about the question at the same time. Make the question simple, so it's possible to keep it in your mind. Number 4, we're going to
Elimination.
eliminate, and number 5.
Choose the best.
Right, and I suppose here, sometimes you can maybe scan on a keyword, double check something. That's fine. Okay, but don't spend too long, because remember, you only have 2 mins approximately. Okay, this is the technique that's recommended for you guys, and in this class we'll practice it now. All right, I'll demonstrate it for you even. But does anyone have any questions on this? I'm sure it's very simple for most of you. Does anyone want to question me on something? Okay.
Hello, Alan.
I'll just add something then. Sajid, go on.
Can we use highlighter in our exam in reading test?
You're not allowed, but you can draw on the paper.
Highlighter not allowed.
Not allowed. I think has anyone done the online test? I think maybe you are allowed to highlight.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Okay, so let's imagine, guys, that we're in the exam. Oops, it's got a bit of noise there. We're in the exam. Okay, so step one, I'm going to start with question 8. Okay, so question 8 is,